I need to disassemble these doors and check them all out, see what's going on. I probably won't use this style of mirror. I'll probably get a little sport mirror and put on here. So I need to check it out, see what's going on behind here, see if I need to, well, I'm sure I'm gonna have to plug those holes where these mirrors were screwed on here. But I also need to check out hinges to see if there's any rust in these. They appeared to be pretty good, but I need to check them all out. But I'm gonna strip them down so I can do a really good job sanding, prepping it for paint. I'm just gonna throw everything in a box and then double check it when I go to reassemble it. Clean things up, restore what I need to, and replace what I have to. And so we'll just get after it. All done. Typically on these pickups where the mirrors were located, they're dented in. These ones don't appear to be, which is nice. They may have been worked over before. Last door I worked on, it had multiple mirrors put on it, so it had holes all over it. But there's a rail across here where the old style camper, the large camper mirrors that were on it. This whole area right here had been kind of pushed in. You run into those mirrors, it pushes in a dent. So kind of be aware of that. These ones seem to be decent. I don't feel any horrible dents. Obviously, it's some distortion where the screws went in. So I pulled the mirror off and I'm boxing everything up separate, each door, and bagging up the components that I'm going to take apart here. Cut the mirror off, saving it in my box, and I'll strip this down. I'll strip this door down and bag up all the screws and clips and everything, label them, throw them in the box so I have everything together. And I'll have my right door and my left door all separate, because some of these parts are very similar in shape and look, opposing, but you might get confused, kind of dig through one big pile trying to find your right and your lefts. So I'm just going to label everything as I go. Guy before made some homemade door handles here, door handle armrest pads out of wood. Apparently didn't have the screws he needed. Keep in mind anything that door hardware parts that break, clips like these that are missing, the push-in retainers that go on the back of the door panel to push into these holes. Any of these things that are broken or missing, you can replace. So if you're not sure you like what you have, if they look like they're busted up, or if you have a hard time getting them out, all that can be replaced, so don't fret. So instead of stripping out bolts or screws, Phillips head screws, if you have a little impact driver like this, that'll knock those loose without stripping them out. Pretty handy little tool. Window seals are junk and brittle, so I'm just going to take them out and replace them. I got this door stripped down. Now we'll strip the other one down. That way we can take a good look at them, throw them up on a table and start sanding on them and do a really nice job sanding. So we'll get on to the next one. Here we go. Pretty good shape. Now this handle here, the button's all melted. I don't know why that'd be all melted like that unless it was next to a fire at some point. But it is, it's all melted up looking. Got hot somehow. You suppose it could have been froze up in the winter, somebody took a torch to it to thaw it out? I don't know, kind of weird. Something to keep in mind if you're taking something apart like this and you haven't done it before and you're not sure if you're going to remember how to put it back together, especially if it's months away, take a picture so you can visualize what it's going to look like when you go to reassemble it. Because you get these little plastic clips that plug in here and there and you might forget exactly what went where. So just keep in mind, you can snap a shot of something, refer back to it later. If you're struggling getting these rods disconnected, These hooks have a little tab right here that falls into a little hole. All right, this one here is for the rod, and this one here is for that detent. And it'll slide over there like this. You put the rod in it, and then you push it up and it snaps into that little hole. So they're almost impossible to get off without destroying them, unless you can get in behind here and push that little tab back. All this stuff's in pretty good shape. It'll just need a little cleaning, a little scrubbing. Maybe knock off all the overspray. This here I will clean up, get that green paint off of it. I'll use some paint remover and a wire wheel, some kind of wire brush, clean that up. The key lock mechanism, it's a little scratched up. I got a polisher over here. I'll just take it, I'll clean it up with some 1000 grit, 2500 grit paper or somewhere in there, and then just polish that. It'll look like new, better than new actually. And I believe that was for the mirror. Sport mirror, it goes on the inside and gets screwed in place. Hang on to that because I'm planning on putting sport mirrors on. Unless somebody has a better idea, I had considered not putting a mirror down here at all and get one of those little round peep mirrors that screw on here. I don't know if you can see very good through those or not. They kind of look cool, but I want it to look good and be function well. So if you got an idea, make a comment, let me know what you think. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell.